The Red Bud Run corridor is a wonderful green space for Frederick County residents to bike, birdwatch, hike, and run. This pristine natural area is being quickly surrounded by new growth in the county. 150 years ago, it was also the site of one of the fiercest battles of the Civil War. It's being restored to its historic and natural landscape with the help of the U.S. Department of Agriculture and preservation groups.
We're standing right now in the heart of the 3rd Winchester Battlefield, also known as Opequon. Specifically, this area, the historic landscape, is called the Middle Field. It is one of 3 principal historic landscapes where the heaviest fighting occurred throughout the morning and afternoon of September 19, 1864. There actually were over 1,500 casualties in the Middle Field. This is the bloodiest portion of the entire 3rd Winchester Battlefield. It's been said that every regimental commander in the Union Army that fought across this middle field was either killed or wounded.
Before the Battle of Winchester, this was a working farm, owned by one family since colonial times. It's still a working farm through a leasing agreement with a local farmer. It turns out that farming is a great partner in historic preservation because it helps generate income for the property and syncs up with the historic use of the land.
We've found that the best way of managing our cultural resources and landscape open space resources is through active farming management. So we are implementing best management conservation practices to keep these historic farms productive, agriculture working farms well into the future.
The USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service works with property owners on a voluntary basis to develop and accomplish conservation goals. In this case, they're offering advice to the Shenandoah Battlefields Foundation and other groups to improve water quality and prevent erosion on the battlefield's farmland.
The results of practicing good conservation have a lot of different benefits, not only to the environment, but also economic benefits to the farmer through better production, through lower inputs. In other words, as much fertilizer or lime is not needed now as perhaps it once was, since management is better. Obviously, water quality improvement and putting in alternative water. And yeah, a stream that flows through the property has now been fenced off. The water was free before, but with that watering trough, you get better benefits to the cattle.
The Red Bud Run stream divides the historic battlefield into north and south elements. Both sides saw action throughout the Third Battle of Winchester, with the most significant action occurring on the south side of Red Bud Run on September 19, 1864.
We've been undertaking a major restoration effort out here, which we call the Middle Field Restoration Project. And within this 30-acre area, we're looking to restore both native bobwhite quail habitat, but bringing back native prairie grassland, native warm season grasses that you would have found, throughout the Shenandoah Valley in the 19th century.
Restoring the natural habitat is crucial for our native birds and wildlife, but it's also being done to provide a more authentic experience for history buffs. Visitors will see and experience the same landscape Confederate and Union soldiers did on that bloody September day. And modern conservation and farming methods will assure the landscape and the watershed remain as clean or cleaner than they did back then. In Frederick County, this is Dave Miller reporting.